Hello, share the warmth. So this portion of my workstation training is going to be about how to find the important info you need for your business on your workstation. I know there's a ton of tabs and a lot of info in here, so when you first get started it can be kind of confusing. So I'm going to give you a quick little overview of where to find what info. So this is your main page when you first log into your workstation. This is what you'll see. It'll give you the four, I guess, most used tabs will be here. So your orders, your performance, training center, and resources. These are also along the top. So all of the tabs that you have available to you are right here along the top of your workstation. You want to take note that this breaking news bar at the top always has the most important new things that Scentsy has to tell us on here. You can click on these little dots to kind of move it forward and read all of the new stuff, and then you just click on read more and it'll take you right to the news tab, to that article, so you can read all the details. So the first one we're going to talk about is the news tab. So we're going to click on the news tab. I will expand this for you a little bit. Okay, so when you're in the news tab, it's going to show you the most recent things right here at the front, and you can click on the arrows to go through the different articles that are newest in the news tab. So all of our new promotions that are coming up, monthly specials, things that are changing, things that are really important to your business that you need to know to keep your customers informed are going to be right there at your fingertips when you go to the news tab. Another big thing that you'll need to know in the news tab is the back order and partial shipment list. So if you have an order, that's right here, normally in most recent or most popular. You can also search for it. So I can search for back order. There it is, Canada back order and partial shipment items. So this article is constantly updated with things that are on back order, which means Scentsy technically has 10 business days to ship out your party order once you've submitted it. It's business days, not just days, business days. So if there's an item that's out of stock, but it's expected to be in within those 10 business days, they will wait and ship your whole order together once that item comes in. If that specific item is on back order and is not expected to be in before those 10 business days are up, they will partially ship your order. So they will ship everything else but that item, and you'll get a little card in your box telling you that it's been partially shipped and there's been a back ordered item. So you can check your order. I can show you how to do that later when we go through the orders tab in another video. But you can check your order to see which items have been shipped and which have not. And you can check this list, because this list will give you an estimated date on when the items should be expected back in stock. So right now there's not a whole lot, nothing for Grace Adele, nothing for Velada is back ordered. For Scentsy Fragrance, the Dragonfly Warmer Wrap is expected to be back in stock on May 30th. So if you had an order with that in it, I did actually, I'm waiting on one. You check this list and then you can give your customer an idea of when we can expect it to be shipped and in their hands. So that's an important one. There's also the Consultants Around the World article is something that we put out every month. It's normally a month behind, so the most recent one is April. But this gives you an idea of how many consultants, so this is a great recruiting tool if you're talking to someone about joining. This will tell you how many consultants there are in total for the Scentsy family, and then how many are in Canada, and it also breaks it down by province. So of almost 13,000 consultants in Canada, Manitoba only has 594. So that's kind of a good number to give people, to show that there's still so much growth opportunity in our business. There's also categories along the side, so there's lots of ways to browse through here. It's a really good idea. Go through some of the training ones. The consultant spotlights are also posted on here, so this will tell us all of our top selling products and our top consultants for PRV per month. It's always posted here. So it's an awesome tab to make sure that you are checking regularly and just keep yourself up to date on these things. The next tab I want to go over is going to be your resources tab. So this is also a very, very important tab. When you first go into the resources tab, it's going to show you all of the most recently updated files in here. So all of the most recent promos and flyers and things like that are all going to be right at the top. But you can also go by category. So if you go to the monthly promotions tab, this one is kind of backwards, so the newest ones are going to be at the bottom. This is where we will find all of our Warmer of the Month and Scent of the Month flyers. So on the first of every month, they will post the following month's Warmer of the Month and Scent of the Month, so that we know what we're going to get in our kit that month. So this June flyer would have been posted on May 1st, and on June 1st we should be able to see the July one. And it also has all of the new promos, so the Country Garden bundle, the new Summer 11 promos, packages that are going to be on for June are all in here. You can take these, you can save them to your computer, email them to your customers, print them out, do whatever you want to do with them. Everything in the resources tab is here for you to use, completely free for your business. Another great category you'll want to check out is the new consultant information. This is where you're going to find your Scentsy Family Consultant Guide and your Quick Start Guide. You would have got those with your starter kit, but if you don't have them, or if you want a quick reference to them on your computer, those are great to have. It also has information on the Shooting Star enhancement kit and a tracker for that. So for new consultants, this is really great info. Also, the Party Tools tab is a really great tool. The library of party games has some really fun games in there. There's some party games that you can print out for kids if you have a party where there's going to be kids there. The product FAQs are awesome. I print these out and I keep these with me in a little folder in my bag with me when I do a party, just in case I get somebody asking a question about ingredients in one of the layers products, or something to do with what's in our wax, or how is our wax made, things like that. I can actually pull this out and show them physically on paper that this is the answer to their question. So those are great to have. The product images category is also awesome. Every warmer on here is not necessarily available. A lot of these are discontinued warmers, and again, the newest ones are going to be towards the end. Excuse me. But there are images and photos of most of the warmers in the catalog, images of different combo packs, so you can use these when you're creating your own flyers. Post these pictures on Facebook. If somebody wants to see a certain warmer, you can use these photos to email to them. These are all for us to use. And then we also have the Scentsy Family Events category. This is where you're going to find all of the info about the incentives and trips and events that are going on. So all of the info for the incentive trip that people are going on now for the Greece and the Bahamas trip. All the information on how we were going to earn that is all in here. So when the new one comes out, normally comes out in August, that'll be posted here as well, and you can have a look through all the info. That's pretty much it. That's the most important part of this, but definitely have a look through. Go right ahead and use anything in here you can find. Advertising, like there's all these images of logos, and this is the independent consultant logo that we can use. So lots of stuff in here for you to use. Also, I want to show you really quickly the communication tab. So when you start building your team, this is where you're going to go to send an email to your team members or even to a customer. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that there's a newsletter link right here. So if you click on the newsletter link, this brings you to your monthly newsletter. So Scentsy sends out a monthly newsletter automatically for us to everyone in our contact list right here in your workstation who has an email address. When you're entering your new contacts, either in the contacts tab or in a party order, and they have an email address, make sure you select to send them the newsletter at the very top. You have to select that, otherwise they won't automatically get it. So this gives you a breakdown of how many people received your monthly newsletter for the last month. So this is the one for May. How many people received it? How many bad email addresses you have that didn't work? How many people actually clicked on a link in your email? How many people opened your email and how many times? You can actually click on these right here. I'm not going to because my customer's info is all in there, but you can actually click on these right here and it will break it down for you and show you who clicked on what link how many times. So this is really great to go back and have a look at after our newsletter goes out. Then you can also, it'll show you the June newsletter is going to be sent out in 5 days. You can add your personalized content. So you have about 1,200 characters, I believe, that you can add to it. So you can add your own personalized message to your newsletter, and then you can also preview it. So this is the newsletter that's going to be going out for June. This one's actually really exciting because they say something in here about join Scentsy in June and you get perks that are too good to pass up, including a chance to earn more than 300 in free products. We don't have any info yet about a join in June promotion, but this is kind of a little hint that there might be something going on next month for anybody who joins. So it's a good idea to have a look at the new newsletter before it's sent out so that you know what your customers are going to be getting and you can be prepared to answer questions that you get from them. And it's also a good idea to add some personalized content and make it personal, make it actually from you so that they're more likely to read it. And then we have the support tab. The support tab is basically you can submit a support ticket. So this is basically instead of calling consultant support if you have an issue with a product or there's a warranty issue, you need to exchange something, anything at all, you can enter it in here, create a ticket, and it sends it right to Scentsy head office, and they will respond in your support tab to your ticket, and you can have everything solved this way rather than actually having to call. So I prefer to do it this way. They're really quick at answering. They're really great. Calling, you'll get an answer right away, but normally within a day I have an answer from doing a support ticket. So I like to do it this way. So just know that that's there for you as well. You just select the category. So if you have an issue with events, or if you have an issue with custom gifts order, or if you're missing items in an order, if you need a replacement, you can fill it all in there and send it off, and they will reply to you and get it solved without even having to call. So that's where you would find the most important info in your workstation. I hope that helps you. Please subscribe. If you want to keep getting updates when I post more videos, please subscribe and like my videos. I'd really appreciate it. And I will continue the workstation training in another video.